U.S. proposed 21-point peace plan for ending the war in Gaza. Moments ago, I spoke exclusively with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu ahead of his pivotal meeting tomorrow at the White House with President Trump.
Big congratulations to Israel as they are about to end the war in Gaza today. That's after the president of America, which is Trump, called Benjamin Netanyahu to meet him at the White House today, that is today, Monday, to discuss the issue between Israel and the other people which they are fighting each other for long. We pray let the discussion work, because they don't buy people for that place. They don't buy people. People don't buy. We pray let the discussion work so that everything will stop, so that the war will stop. Yes. Let me leave you people with the news of Benjamin Netanyahu and a press, which she asked him questions about what is going on the war and how they are planning to end it and things you need to know about the war. Let me leave you people with the press and Benjamin, the Prime Minister of Israel, to hear what they have to say. Please, if today is your first day, you are coming across my YouTube channel, please, with the name of God, give me a subscribe, because we are going to give you people a lot more are coming. Thank you so much. I love you all.
Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, thank you for joining the Sunday briefing. I want to start by asking you if you've seen this 21-point peace plan and if you plan to declare support for it at the White House tomorrow.
Well, we're working on it, Jackie. It's not been finalized yet, but we're working with President Trump's team, actually as we speak, and I hope we can make it a go, because we want to free our hostages. We want to get rid of Hamas rule and have them disarmed, Gaza demilitarized, and a new future set up for Gazans and Israelis alike, and for the whole region.
According to some reports, if Israel and Hamas agree to this plan, the war would immediately end. The IDF will gradually withdraw from the Gaza Strip. All hostages will be returned within 48 hours. And then after that, Israel would free 1,000 Palestinian prisoners and aid will surge immediately. But Hamas members who choose to stay would get amnesty. And in your speech to the UN, you didn't indicate that amnesty is in the cards. Listen to this.
The final remnants are holed up in Gaza City. They vow to repeat the atrocities of October 7th again and again and again, no matter how diminished their forces. That is why Israel must finish the job.
Will you agree to amnesty for Hamas?
Well, I think the details of this have to be worked out. But in previous statements, I said that if Hamas leaders, for example, are escorted out of the country, if they finish the war, release all the hostages, we let them out. That is something that I've said in the past, but it has to be worked out. All of that, I think, is part of the plan. I'm not going to preempt it because we're having these discussions exactly right now.
How many Hamas fighters do you estimate are left? Is it more than before the war started?
No, it's considerably less. But as we decimated them, what they did was they stole the food that we were giving to Gazan civilians, hiked up the prices, and then used it to fund the recruiting of replacements. And the replacements could be 14, 15-year-olds. That's what they're doing. I mean, they're actually blackmailing Palestinian families to give them their kids in order to fill the ranks that have been decimated by us. But no, it's not the same number at all. And by the way, you have Gazans now fighting Hamas and say, we've had enough of this. We have to have something else. And they're fighting Hamas. They're killing Hamas. Some of them are dying in the process because they've had enough. And I fully understand them.
Some of the reported plan also touches your red lines. In the beginning, a temporary group of Palestinian technocrats supervised by the U.S. would administer Gaza services and fund its redevelopment until the Palestinian Authority has completed its reform program. But just days ago, you indicated you would not accept any future role for the Palestinian Authority. I want to play what you said at the UN.
I hear from the Western leaders. They tell me, the PA promised us it will reform. Yeah, right. Giving the Palestinians a state 1 mile from Jerusalem after October 7th is like giving Al-Qaeda a state 1 mile from New York City after September 11th. This is sheer madness. It's insane, and we won't do it.
Is that still a red line for you?
Yeah, I haven't changed my positions, and I think that the credibility or the likelihood of the things, a reformed Palestinian Authority that changes completely its stripes, that accepts the Jewish state, that teaches its children to embrace coexistence and friendship with the Jewish state rather than living their lives in order to annihilate it and perhaps committing suicide bombs. strapping suicide bombs in order to get it, and all these other things. Murder Jews, and the more Jews they murder, the more they pay. If all of that is turned on its head, there's a tremendous transformation. Well, good luck. Some people will believe it happens. I don't think it's going to happen.
I want to ask also about the point of the plan that calls for Israel not to carry out any future strikes in Qatar. The strikes caused some deep frustration at the White House and with Arab states in the region. None of the Hamas leaders that were targeted were actually killed. Do you still believe that those strikes in Qatar were worth it?
Look, I think that the United States and any self-respecting country doesn't give a pass to terrorists. And of course, we weren't attacking Qatar any more than you were attacking Pakistan. When you took out bin Laden, you went after bin Laden, not Pakistan. But these things, again, will be worked out because our goal was that. Our goal was Hamas, not anything beyond it. I think we can work out an understanding on this. In any case, I don't think it's, I think it's common sense. Everybody understands that. But even those who protest against it.
There are some indications, though, that it has jeopardized one of President Trump's legacy achievements, the Abraham Accords. You had the UAE, which normalized relations with your country under President Trump's first term, calling the strikes a grave breach of responsible escalation that threatens regional and international peace and security. Are you saying that Iran is more important than the Abraham Accords?
No, I think the Abraham Accords brokered by President Trump with me and the leader of the UAE, I think they've been remarkably resilient and strong. We've been now through 2 years of war, and they've held up very well. We've got commerce going both ways. We've got Israelis just going back and forth to the Gulf states. We have cooperation between our two countries. It's very strong. And I think that the defeat of the Iran terror axis and the defeat of Hamas and the ending of the hostage situation in Gaza will improve it even further. I think there are many possibilities for peace, which I'm discussing with President Trump and his team, and we plan to seize them. I think you'll see that not only are the Abraham Accords not endangered, they'll be expanded to other countries.
Did Israel provide any warning to the U.S. about these strikes?
Well, I said it was a wholly independent Israeli operation. We initiated it and we conducted it, and that hasn't changed. It's a simple truth. If
you felt that it was going to ultimately help your position to bring the war to an end, why not coordinate with the U.S.?
Well, I'll just repeat what I said. It was a wholly independent operation initiated by us and conducted by us, and us alone.
How is your relationship with President Trump now?
It's actually unparalleled in the history of our two nations. It doesn't mean we agree on everything, but we agree on the substantive things and the main things. President Trump has been an incredible ally of Israel, incredible friend. We've had no one like him. What he did in his first term in recognizing Jerusalem as our capital, moving the American embassy there, recognizing our sovereignty over the Golan Heights, getting out of the disastrous Iran deal, and then, of course, now joining us in the effort to prevent Iran from getting nuclear weapons by taking out some of these nuclear sites with us. I think it's great. I read somewhere this ridiculous, this ridiculous lie. President Trump does what he does because he decides what's in America's best interest. And I've said this often, I don't decide a thing for President Trump. He is the most independent leader, an amazing leader that I've seen in all my years, and I think many people in the world see that. So the idea that in any ways that I boast that I control him, that's ridiculous. It's a lie. And not only did I not say it, I don't think it. I think America is blessed with a very strong and independent leader, and I'm very happy that he has seen the importance of protecting the free world and its allies against this Iran terror axis that seeks to build ballistic missiles, intercontinental ballistic missiles with nuclear warheads that could reach the United States, could reach Europe, and certainly are directed against my country as well. We work together on that, and I think we made a historic change in the Middle East, which will produce